It's Sam Allardyce's West Ham up to Old Trafford next, and with Manchester United winning 4 on the bounce with 4 clean sheets, it's not the best time to be facing them. Manchester United's recent form has pushed them up to 3rd in the table, and they're creeping up the table as well. 4 points behind Manchester City from being down by 11 at probably the beginning of the month. It has been the perfect time for Manchester United recently, and now their full squad is back to full fitness. And with a game against Norwich coming up on Boxing Day, one has to wonder what Aaron Hubbard's thoughts are. Normally plays against Norwich in a very low-key situation, but we're going to focus on this one first. And West Ham suffering from that elimination of one of the cup competitions earlier in the season. We'll be looking to put that right here, but it's Manchester United, and they're in such a rich vein of form at the moment. More changes for David Moyes. Yanazai is suffering a bit of tiredness at the moment. Well, Michael Carrick has been the one everyone's been talking about after he came on for Ryan Giggs only for 8 minutes, but he did pretty well. So it is looking like the transfer targets have really not been talked about. Nani played in the previous game and scored a thunderbolt which separated Manchester United from Everton, gave them a 1-0 lead, or a 1-0 win rather. And Phil Jones is another one. Plenty of fans really excited to see Manchester United's second half of the season, but are they going on the spurt too soon? With 4 wins and 4 clean sheets on the bounce, Manchester United's defending has definitely been in question earlier in the season, but now they're on a real good run of games. And one has to wonder if they're using it too soon, and maybe at the end of the season they'll drop off. Manchester United have tended to drop off in the last third of the season. We're approaching the halfway point. Manchester United is certainly in a rich vein of form at the moment, but the thing is, can they keep it going in the later months of the league and overtake the league leaders from an 11-point deficit? It would be some comeback if United were to do that, but they're certainly going the right way about it right now. Here is Patrice Evra, of all people, who has gone down. No penalty given. Manchester United will feel a bit aggrieved, but here's Rooney anyway. Manchester United and David Moyes and Evra will be feeling a bit aggrieved that they didn't get an early shot for a penalty. That's definitely a claim for one. Patrice Evra, obviously, today's focus is actually Sam Johnston, who returned from loan and is probably looking to be loaned out again. It makes sense. Sam Johnston is not going to break into the first team a lot with David De Gea on such good form at the moment. He did miss the last game against Everton, being rested, but he's back today. And one has to wonder if Sam Johnston's loan move is right. I believe it is. Sam Johnston probably shouldn't have even returned from loan, to be completely honest. But the loan ran out, and to follow the obligations of a loan move to return at some point. Sam Johnston's he's come back with something to prove, but quite frankly, he's just not going to break the first team unless there's a really fixture against a lower league club coming up, which there isn't. Not really. In the League Cup, it's going to be Arsenal and Manchester United in one of the semi-finals. So one has to wonder whether Johnston's really going to be loaned out again. It is what we tend to do with a younger squad. We tend to loan the young players out while the experienced ones get their playing time. Needless to say, though, the future is bright for Manchester United with this young talent. Yanazai obviously being the top pick on the talent shows. There's been a couple of contract negotiations. Vidic has extended his contract by a third of a year. Michael Carrick was apparently in negotiations but declined, not knowing his real role in the team, and who can blame him. There's another contract situation to talk about. I think it might have been, I'm not sure who it was. I think it was Vidic. Vidic extended. There's a header. It's actually just cleared off the line by West Ham. Vidic, Carrick, and I can't remember the third person, but they accepted. So 2 contracts have been accepted, so they keep those players for another year. Some people I haven't been talked to yet. Fabio's coming to the end of his, and there's a couple of loan players that are coming to the end of theirs, but they really can't offer contracts if they're at a different club. So there's not a lot they can do. Shinji Kagawa, who's been missing from the starting lineup recently, but he did play well in the early part of the season, but recently he's not been in the squad that much. Here is Kagawa, and he scored! Kagawa's instantly scored just as I say that. Wow! Okay, well, maybe we should do that more often. Kagawa has just scored just as I was saying that. The Kagawa's missed some playing time recently and was in a reach very form at the start of the season, but it was missed time. And another one from outside the box from midfielder. Everyone's learning from Paul Scholes here. Paul Scholes has had a lasting effect on every midfielder in this Manchester United group. Excuse me. Kagawa scores another one, and I think it was Hernandez who just completely jumped over it and said, fine, have a goal. And he did. Kagawa makes it 1-0 to Manchester United. Another goal on top of maybe another clean sheet perhaps. Manchester United, such good form. Such good form, is a beauty to watch them right now. And foul on Rooney as the fans go in uproar about it. Rooney doesn't. But there was a shout there from the fans, you can hear it. Oh, and Andy Carroll's on side. Look at this. David De Gea comes out. Is that... Now, Benemos was sent off in the game against Colchester for something very similar to that. Maybe De Gea's lucky to be on the pitch in that instance. But if that's the case, then maybe Amos was unlucky to be sent off. It could work like a billion different ways. Someone has gone down. Play continues with the shot. Someone has gone down. It was Kagawa. Kagawa went down, and let's hope he's okay. It was a shot from... It might have been Cleverly. Yeah, Kagawa got hurt and all that. Let's hope he's alright. Here's Baines. Zaha. Hernandez. And foul given against West Ham. Free kick United. Yeah, Hernandez is definitely pushed and shoved. Look at this. I'm surprised he wasn't given a booking for that. That's continued aggression, really, in my book. Offside. Jones, who hits it out of frustration. We're going to let him off with that one. And here is Zaha again, who's been a revelation. One of the young guns that are proving their worth, and Zaha shoots. Nothing doing. Adrian will gather it. Mark Noble for West Ham. Another main focus today. West Ham trying to bounce back from that defeat and exit in the FA Cup, I believe it was, to Manchester United, or the reverse fixture in the league. Can't remember which one. But Manchester United have already faced West Ham before and won. I think it was to the FA Cup or the League Cup. Here we are again with Manchester United in the lead. No score updates from the other grounds yet. Had none. If anybody is wondering what the scores were in the previous games that we talked about, Chelsea came back from 1-0 down to win 3-1, and Manchester City won 1-0, I think. Free kick to West Ham. If it looks good, Downing's going to take it, and he's going to go over the bar. It looked good. It looked good when Downing hit it. It really did. But unfortunately, excuse me. Sneeze there. That's why I kind of stopped over Downing's free kick. Roman Van Persie missing today. Rested after playing against Everton and having another goal. He had a goalless game against Everton actually. He is rested and replaced with Hernandez today. Goal, Anfield, Liverpool 2, Cardiff City 0. And the offside is called against West Ham. Evans will take the free kick to clear it. And it's gathered by Adrian. He's going to be rolled out to lead the West Ham. He's going to punt it up, but Here comes Manchester United on the ball again. Rooney's gone down again. And here's Andy Carroll. This will be leaving Baines with a lot to think about. It is beautifully done by Leighton Baines. Brilliant defending, but given away to Nolan. Carroll has it back again. I believe Carroll scored in the reverse mixture, if I remember rightly. Here's Diame. Here's Demel. Carroll, and Carroll's offside. Looking for an offside position. Just an free kick. By Vidic. Given away by Kagawa. Nolan. West Ham still have a lot to do. They haven't really got men behind the ball right now. They have now. And he's been very well contained by Cleverley, I think that is. Saar. Way to Jarvis. Wilson. And he's misread Darren Fletcher. Gone down. No foul given. It's strange how Manchester United got the free kick from Hernandez being pushed around. He didn't get a free kick when Rooney was brought down and not a penalty. Very strange. Here's Collins to Nolan. And the natty weather saga continues despite his goal against Everton. You have to wonder if this isn't settled by the transfer window, and Moyes has said this, he's probably going to have to reconsider some options if this stuff isn't realised and the transfer window isn't resolved. So it'll be one thing to see what's going on for a while. Natty would certainly pave the way for someone else to come in. And they're pretty short of wingers, Manchester United. They haven't really got a lot. Giggs has been moved to a more central role. And they do have Young at left midfield, but they probably need a replacement because Januzaj can't play all the time. There's Patrice Evra. It's going to be brought down by Javier Hernandez, who's going to hit it. And we should have thought better of that, to be honest. There's Baines. Evra. Goal from Crystal Palace, Selhurst Park. Crystal Palace 0, Newcastle 1. Liverpool winning 2-0. That'll probably keep third and fourth as the same. Manchester United are ahead of Liverpool on goal difference, I think. And they have scored plenty of goals this season and conceded very little, even though they were conceding like a drainage pipe earlier in the year. But 4 consecutive clean sheets on the bounce, 1 in the league, Cup, and 3 in the league consecutively. They're going for their 4th right now, and they're going the right way about it. Wayne Rooney, in typical Rooney fashion, gets the ball back. And shot, and it was blocked by Collins. It's going to be a United corner, and that's what he's going to take. Headed, Vidic, and missed. Actually, that was Evans. My apologies. Seems to be the story, from corners to headers, and they all go over the bar. Vidic did score one recently, though. Here is Zaha for United. Plenty more playing time than he probably expected, but rumors of a loan move to Zaha again. He's very young, and the first team is full of such experienced players, and Moyes is going the right way about it if he is loaning out these younger players. And apparently Tyler Blackler, I think we mentioned this last time out, Tyler Blackler has actually been moved from transfer to loan list. So David Moyes feels that he's probably got something more to prove, but he just can't use him right now. And that's a beautiful pass, and Javier Hernandez is going to have a job to do. He does get the shot off, and it does force a save from the keeper. Well played, Javier Hernandez there. Took the hit as soon as he saw it. Saved very well by Adrian. Just a few minutes left in the first half. United corner. Ball down by Darren Fletcher. And very good try. Darren Fletcher has been a revelation recently. It's a beautiful attempt, but just wide of the post. Darren Fletcher has been someone reborn since returning from his illness. Darren Fletcher has been a revelation indeed. There's Zaha. It's the United throw-in. Confusion over where a ball is. Throws it to Zaha again. Zaha tends to keep it in this time. Offside, Hernandez. Pretty much a strange decision because Hernandez is really not in a goal-scoring opportunity. It didn't look like one, but never mind. Rules are rules, as we say. Coming up to half-time, the added time is from the full official 3 minutes. The added time as Manchester United control the pace of the game, control the tempo of the game, and in control of the game again, Manchester United. Even though it's only a 1-0 lead, they're controlling it nicely. Here's Zaha, who must look through. West Ham stayed firm. Here is Rooney. He is tackled by Rat. And Rat is now going to have to look over his shoulder because he's going to have Rooney coming back after him, and he does. Forces Rat into a pass. There's Collins. Zaha and Rooney, brilliant teamwork, but it will be a West Ham throw. Collison. Fletcher. Pass to Zaha, doesn't get through. West Ham clear it again. It's the end of the first half. Manchester United once again, just like at Everton, in control of the game, 1-0 lead. Manchester United is not the best time to be facing them right now. West Ham are an uphill task at the break. Manchester United 1, West Ham United 0.